Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a quick word from one of our sponsors, Apax Lab. Elevate your coffee experience with Apax Lab mineral concentrates. Apax Lab's precision-engineered formulas, including tonic, jam, and lilac, are designed to enhance the coffee's natural flavors. It's not going to change it, it's just going to enhance it. It's going to bring out the vibrant acidity, the rich sweetness, or if you use lilac, it might bring out those delicate floral notes that you've been looking for. Trusted by world-class cafes and even barista champions, Apax Lab helps you unlock your coffee's full potential. Discover more at apaxlab.com. Wait, where was that again, Sonam?
The internet.
Oh, okay. Thought he was going to say the website. Thanks. Today's episode is brought to you by our amazing sponsors at Eco Barista. The reason I sound like this is because they got massages at our stand at Mice, and so I'm getting a massage while recording this message for you. They're the best sponsor of the pod that we could have had. They have the best eco products. This probably sounds really pornographic, but it's not. I'm just getting a massage. They have the best eco-friendly coffee products. They got coffee bags that you can design yourself. They got cups. They got iced coffee cups. They got everything you need. So make sure to support them because they support us. Head to ecobarista.com.au and get 15% off your first purchase when you sign up. Oh, mama, that's good. Guys, welcome back to Coffee Break. We just had Samurai Shin on the podcast. And let me tell you, we're all feeling a little tired here. We've done back-to-back pods where both Ben and I have children. I've been up since 4. When have you been up for?
Who's counting anymore?
I am clearly, as we said out here.
But look, we can't have been more tired than Shin. He literally flew from Japan, arrived in Melbourne this morning, 6 a.m., hopped off the plane and just came in for a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for doing that. The thing that stood out to me was the sheer mastery of the man, of just dedicating himself to doing stuff. Like, we found out that before he was Samurai Shin, he was a world-class snowboarder with 16 sponsors, competing in half pipe and a whole bunch of other different events. So you can see the man, once he sets his mind to something, he's set to it, right? He did that. He came here. He's like, I'm going to be a barista. He literally Googled best coffee place, best cafe, and got a job there, worked his way up. And then the dedication to latte art. I also love that he didn't even sound like he didn't really care about latte art that much. He was just like, that's what I saw on YouTube, so I did it. And I became the best, one of the best in the world at it.
I guess it's like the character actor that just keeps getting cast in the same kind of roles. And he's like, look, I'm a great action superstar, but really, I have other talents.
I have other skills. And he took those skills, went back to Japan and started roasting.
Yeah.
And I love that he was just like, again, that mindset of just like mastery for like someone to be there. I love standing behind a roaster for 12 hours straight and just making sure everything is perfect and perfectly aligned. I need to get over there and I want to drink some of those coffees. Where Coffee Weekend has just happened. Yeah. What an event.
It was pretty incredible.
Can I let the cat out of the bag that we're actually recording this beforehand? So
we're preempting. We know how it was
incredible. But I'm gonna be drinking a lot of their coffees. When you're listening to this, I would have already drunk them. So Future Rowan says they were incredible.
You're manifesting delicious coffees in the future. No, it was great to have Shin on. I mean, such a lovely guy, super humble, very understated in his skills and his capabilities. But the focus that he had, like you said, of just finding out where to go and then shifting himself across the world. I wonder what people would come up with now if you Google best coffee city in the world and then best cafe in that best coffee city. We should kind of find out. In fact, maybe we should do it right now.
Yeah, we're going to do it as we're talking. We're getting producer Liam to look up best coffee city in the world. Whatever that top link is, we're all moving there.
Yes, we're moving and learning the language. What have we got, Liam?
Top one, Melbourne. Is frequently cited as the best coffee city in the world. Is that the high quality cat?
Is that an article or AI?
It is.
What's the top article there?
World's best coffee cities, our top 10 picks, bucket list coffee cities.
Because Melbourne is not, I feel like whether it is or is not, I feel like the trend is now like not to make it that.
Yes.
And which, on a lot of them, I can see the merit of like a lot of new emerging players. There are some lists where I'm like, they're like
crazy.
San Francisco, number 3. And I'm like, I lived there for 8 years. No, it's not.
So there's like the
It's
a bit. So we've got Melbourne, Sydney, Cape Town, Vienna, Reykjavik, Seattle, Calgary, Wellington.
I mean, is Seattle just because of Starbucks? Is that why it's on the list?
Well,
there?
I
More
think-
the history.
I mean, I think it's pretty interesting, right? We talked as well with a few different people on the pod that like the standard in Australia and in New Zealand is really high, like across the board. Like the line is really high and you can find it in a lot of places. Right?
It's easier to get a good coffee pretty much anywhere here.
Yes.
Like
yes.
the sheer vastness of it, I would say is probably the best in the world.
But I think the innovation that's happening in some of these other cities like Tokyo and other cities around Japan, I mean, the innovation that's happening throughout Asia in terms of coffee culture, cafe culture is, I would say, moving at a much faster rate than it is in Australia.
Absolutely. I feel like you fall under the pressure of like, you raise the bar to a certain level and then that's what's served. And I feel like now everyone's just doing that over and over again and no one's going like, how can I rethink this or change it up a little bit? There is a bit coming there, but to be honest, the innovation we're seeing here seems like it's borrowed from Japan, Korea, you know, some of these other major coffee cities. Any other standout kind of moments from Shin for you?
I think that, you know, we talked a little bit about the different service models in Japan and kind of how they differ and how that expectation. I thought it was really interesting what he said that, you know, hospitality is maybe higher quality in Japan. And I think he was talking about like the quality of the service or the professionalism.
Yeah.
But then he was really going on about how friendly Australian cafes were. And I thought that was just kind of an interesting distinction about, you know, I think there is that kind of relaxed nature in a lot of Australian cafes. Sometimes you don't even know who the staff are because they look like they're just customers. And, you know, but they're kind of, there is that welcoming and that real relaxed kind of informal approach.
Have you ever, this is to both of you, have you ever been in like a cafe or something like that and you're literally just standing there and someone comes up to you and goes, oh, excuse me, do you mind if I order with you?
Yes.
Have you had that happen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And even at different business places. The ones, the funnier it is when it's like really offensive based on like where you are. And it's like, does my general outfit just look like I work here? I'm at like a, nothing.
I mean, it's the,
at a Bunnings. I'm like, what? Why do I look like I work at this Bunnings?
It's those overalls.
Yeah.
I've talked to you about those overalls.
The overalls look great. Liam's wearing overalls.
Liam's actually got the overalls on.
Big baby spec.
Let's go dive a little deeper. We were talking about how you worked at the first place Shin worked at.
Yeah.
What was it like? Did he know any English when he first came and started?
Very minimal.
Yeah.
And we did argue about, I mean, he kind of briefly went over it. He was like, I found it really difficult to communicate with Liam. But I also gave him time, you know, like that was, it was a pretty crazy cafe. And I can't believe like the fact that he typed in best cafe, found St. Ali. I still don't know how he found Loco because it was an institution for that area, but it's not like it got bigger than that. It was like the team was very specific for a time frame. And like, yeah, it was a bit of a flash in the pan situation of personalities that made that place amazing. Cool. And for someone that didn't know English, I just cannot believe the amount of stress that you would feel. Like we were talking about the bear.
Maybe it's great because people are just yelling stuff out. You're like, I don't know, whatever.
Doesn't touch me.
The systems were based off individuals just exceeding and like navigating and knowing where everyone could have been a manager that worked there. You know, everyone was like locked into knowing where everyone was. My first shift, the chef like threatened me with a knife. Like, if you write the dockets wrong like this, like the egg's wrong, like I said S instead of whatever.
Dude, that's not okay.
I was like, oh my God, this guy. When we're watching The Bear, that's when my mind goes back to were the times where it's like hectic.
The toxic hospitality spaces.
Yeah. But there was also that pride in like, you know, where you all as a team like level up this level of presence where it's like I know Xian and like I know Shin's making an order early for someone who's pulled up, like you would say. So I'm like ready to like jump off the table to like get that outside to them at the thing. And Xian's already out at the car with their card and someone else has got to pay pass. Like everyone was like locked.
You lost me about 5 steps ago what you're saying, but I understand the gist.
firing on all cylinders.
Yeah. There's an intensity behind working
Yeah.
together in like hospo, and it definitely leads to burnout. But I think it's quite celebrated looking at the differences between.
Yeah, when you get into that state of like flow and you're all clicking and connecting, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Just
Now-
like how we work together, Ron.
I was trying to talk then. Can you not cut me off? Anyway,
Hands. I need hands.
Oh,
back to coffee news.
Yes.
We just had World of Coffee Geneva, and we have
Yeah.
some hot news coming out of there. I'll let you go first because we want to celebrate some of the superstars in the coffee industry that are winning the top places. Do you have the list there in front of you?
yeah, I do. I've got the hot off the press list here. There were a number of different world championships that were happening in Geneva. So obviously, as we all know, there's generally the national competitions that lead up to these big kind of world culminations. And there was an interesting mix in Geneva of different types of competition. It's not there wasn't the World Barista Championship that's happening later in the year at the host show in Milan. Which
I hope that wasn't there because you're one of the judges.
Oh,
and
damn
you
it.
missed it.
I missed the flight. But we do have, talking about latte art and Shin's amazing skills, we do have a new World Latte Art Championship
Hit me.
winner, Chen Zhuhao from China. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Apologies if I didn't. We had an amazing performance there by Ming Wan from Australia, coming in number 6 in the world. Woo! Still got it. We got it. Nice work, Ming. Then there was the Coffee in Good Spirits Championship, which is a fun little merging, beautiful combo of alcohol and coffee. So think about this as some of the signature drinks, but working in the bar and coffee crossover world. And we have Georgios Audrey Teja from Indonesia was the champion there, with our very own Danny Wilson from Australia coming in 2nd in the world.
Huge.
We got it. We got it.
Aussie represents. Some of this.
And
No,
Dan,
not that one.
No, not that one.
Crickets?
No crickets.
I meant to press this one. Yeah.
Okay, that's more appropriate. Danny's done awesome. Has competed multiple times in that competition. Been our national champ a long time. So pretty incredible. 2nd in the world.
It's incredible.
Cup Tasters Championship, close to my heart, representing here. All you have to turn up with for equipment is your own spoon, and probably you don't even need that. This is a competition where it's set up in. Have you ever seen this before, Ron?
Triangulation?
The Cup Tasters Championship. Have you seen it in action?
No.
Okay. It's actually, I would say, the most engaging of all the competition formats, including the barista one, because it's so immediate. You basically got
It's just the triangles with
three
I have
cups.
seen it. I
Three
have seen it.
cups.
Yes,
One's
yes.
different.
I have seen it.
Two are the same. You cup through, say this one's the odd one out, and you've got 8 sets of those.
And do they get harder as they progress? Is that the idea that we
do.
start really far apart and then by the end it's like these farms are 50 meters from one another?
Or it's the same farm, but it's 100-meter altitude difference on the lot,
Yeah, wow.
or something like that. This is what we call in the trade the delta prime, is the difference in the triangulations. And the
Delta Prime.
That's it. We need a button for that. But yeah, definitely gets more difficult. The fun thing about the cup tasters is it's about how many cups correctly or odd cups out correctly did you identify out of the 8 sets. But then if it comes down to a draw, it's down to time. So you're constantly in your head juggling this. All right,
Should I rush?
Should I go rush, but maybe be a bit inaccurate? Or if I go slow and really sure, but someone might pass me, and it's head to head. And then they kind of lift the cups and the odd one out is marked. And so that's a pretty fun little competition. And the winner, the new world champion of this, is Boss. Well, his full name is Chachalarm from Thailand, aka known as Boss. And now he's definitely the boss.
Because he is the boss. He's the boss of cupping.
So
He's the cup
number
boss.
1, Chachalarm. Apologies about any pronunciation issues there. And the last World Barista Championships that was also held in Geneva was the Ibrik Championship. This is the Turkish coffee kind of
This is the one I only care about. This is all I
It's
watch.
amazing. I just love that there is a competition for this. And the winner of this was Charles Boyenval from France, won that competition.
How interesting.
So amazing. 4 new world champions. Congrats, everyone.
And speaking of winners, we also got a bunch of best new coffee products that I thought I'd quickly bring up here, which was really cool. Now, this was a category that had like there were different categories like accessories, commercial coffee preparation, serving equipment, consumer coffee preparation, serving equipment, and an open class. So here are some of the winners. For accessories, we had subminimal with the subscale. So this is a dosing cup and a scale all in one. So the idea is you no longer have to have the scale sitting by itself with the dosing cup that you're moving back and forward. It's just a cup and it has a little magic. I've got one right here. It's got a little magic screen in it. There we go. Lights up on there, weighs it in there. So that one for best accessory. Then we had, I don't know too much about this one. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Is it
Difluid, I believe.
Yep. Which is a smart roast smoke filter. So basically it feels like it's a air purifier for your coffee roaster. Does that sound right?
Yeah. I think that's the goal of these are new products as well. So sometimes they haven't been out on the market. I think actually they need to have been out on the market less than 12 months, but still be in production.
Well, if you want to talk about less than 12 months, our next winner, who we just had on the podcast a week or so ago, the fellow Espresso Series 1. I don't think you can even buy this product yet, but it's already won best product.
Yes.
That's a good way to start your sales pitch. If you can come out and say, we've already won best espresso machine on the market.
Of approval.
Bada-bung. And it also kind of justifies, like last week when we were talking to Nick, I was like, am I just drinking the Kool-Aid here that this sounds amazing? And like, no, it just won the best new product. And then we also had the Uber Milk with the Uber Milk Plus X, which is a device that you have in your cafe bar counter, and it serves you up pre-steamed, ready to pour milk straight into the jug. And then this one does multiple milks, so you can have like alternative milks as well as dairy going. You just put your jug under, textured milk straight in, and you pour your art. Now, people say the future of automation isn't here. That sounds amazing. And then that was the overall winner of the People's Choice at Geneva as well. Bunch of great products and a bunch of great people.
Yeah, go check them out. There's a lot of
a bunch of great people.
Bunch of great people.
You're right.
We need the Great People Awards.
Yeah.
Great New People Awards. Is it all just babies, like coffee babies?
I did think when you said that it was the something spirit award, I was like, I thought it was
coffee.
The spirit,
just coffee spirit. The
All
spirit
of
of coffee.
yours. Yeah.
Or just the ghost of all the great, baristas past that the spirits are with us.
Should really bring
It's
that.
going down some rabbit holes here. Great. Yeah, but some really cool equipment. The Uber Milk is pretty fascinating. We've seen them a lot on benches here in Australia, in cafes, really adding to that workflow and speeding up service. And I think that's a pretty fascinating space. So, yeah, to see this new edition come out should be fun to have a play with.
And I think on that note, that kind of brings us to the end of Coffee Break.
Yeah. There's the new little news updates for everyone. And thanks, everyone, for listening.
Get jazzed. Next week's episode will be with
Mr. Andrew Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for my confusion here. We actually recorded Andrew Lowe before this
Crushed
one.
That's it.
So it will be. Next week will be Andrew Lowe of Coffee Supreme. And the great thing is, we've already recorded it, so I can tell you that it is an absolute banger. Some of the insights, if you are, I was going to say business owner, roastery, he talks about how to set up shop, what you should do now, but also even expanding into different markets as Coffee Supreme's expanded their offering into Japan. It is an absolute must listen.
Yep.
So make sure to subscribe to the channel and be ready when that episode comes out.
Yes. Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, and if you were excited about the first time we brought that up last week, you're going to be really excited about it this week. It is actually coming out, I promise you. Yeah, we just, having Shin come through, it lines up with Coffee Weekend and everything. So, yeah.
Oh, did
That's
we
what I
say
mean.
it on the one beforehand?
Yeah, my bad.
We just got
It's so
super
good, though.
excited.
My
Extra
goodness.
sizzle, extra sizzle.
Extra sizzle.
We knew it was going to be good. See, we're just manifesting again.
Speaking of sizzle, should we go get some food sizzling up and get some lunch?
I think it's time for a food break.
Bye.